What's up? We're back with game 3. And it's 1-1 in the Amazon 2016 in-house Dota finals. Prime Dota versus Dive Deep. We've got Prime Dota has chosen first pick. Dive Deep has chosen Radiant side.
Well, that makes sense. Radiant side is the strongest side for B Sand King.
Only 10 seconds.
Ideally, that's what they're building towards.
Yeah.
5 seconds remain.
Do you think we get a Sand King ban from Dio, or are they like,
Reserve time.
They might feel like they can handle it. They're probably not going to solo lane a Queen of Pain against it, though. I think they learned that lesson. Surprising amount of denies coming out of B. It was an impressive game. Like, I was pretty down on the original picks. Their utter lack of stuns. Their no real AoE crowd control.
Radiant's
and it
bad.
didn't matter because Prime just murdered
Dire's
them
bad.
instead of needing them to hold still at all.
Yeah, my personal strategy is not to run those early lane dominant strats. I think it's mostly because like the friends that I play
10
captain's mode
seconds
with
to pick.
will flub their lanes enough that we need some late game.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Often enough that it's a real problem.
Dire
But
team
in this
pick.
case, they played solid lanes. They did a great job of getting kills when they could. They always got return kills, and all of their cores lived long enough to like farm well enough and just get the first item spike, take every team fight thereafter.
Yeah, there were some great rotations. Omni Knight was there exactly in time, not just to save the core, but to
10
give the core
seconds.
enough juice to turn around on Dive Deep, which, to
Ooh,
their
they're
credit,
gonna
we're
just Omni
diving
Knight
deep.
again.
Team are now picking.
They want that Omni Knight again. They don't want to have a respect ban this time because I'm sure that Dive Deep picked up on that last game.
Yeah, an awful lot of work being done. Prime Dota,
I might even give MVP to Omni Knight in the last game. He was not that he was so much more impactful than everybody else, but that he was on point. Like he was there when they
10
needed him,
seconds to pick.
and he landed all those spells. There was no time where I was like, "Oh, Omni Knight out of position
5
again,"
seconds.
you know, kind of
Hurry,
thing.
hurry.
Where it happens with other people a lot.
I'm comfortable giving Omni Knight the MVP
Reserve
if
time.
he gets rid of that one braid. I mean, be
Okay.
a Viking or be a
Radiant
Knight, but
team
choose.
pick.
I mean, that's a weird request.
Silencer rocking the ever fashionable pointed hat.
Yeah, don't you have a hat like that?
Silencer is the most Batman-like of the heroes. He's got the silliest costume, but he seems the most like severe and
Only
into
10
his own
seconds.
brand.
Okay.
Like he looks like a complete idiot, but clearly he
seconds
thinks he's
remain.
hot shit
Yeah.
and like super brooding.
I totally got a hat like that after I saw Silencer wearing it,
Reserve
but then
time.
regrets later as I realized that shark fin hats, not that cool.
Yeah.
Kind of endangered.
I
Like,
mean, you start thinking of
Shouldn't do
people
it.
I want to
Dive
hang
team
out with,
picking.
and purple traffic cones just do not feature highly on that list.
where have I ever even seen a perfect trap?
They don't exist unless you're a tool, and then you
Mm.
wear them.
Alright.
Certain
Yeah.
strip clubs. Revision. Sorry.
Okay.
Viper.
Viper's up next. Silencer and Viper so far on Dive Deep this time. So they had the Silencer in the first game. They're going to pick him up
10
again
seconds
in the
to
third
pick.
game. Didn't get banned early enough, but we saw that Silencer was
5
banned
seconds.
late in the
Hurry,
stages of last
hurry.
draft by Prime Dota. It looks like Radiant would like to keep the
Reserve
Silencer this
time.
time, so they're prioritizing him right up front. And I think it's a good idea because Prime Dota fought a
Dial's back.
lot around big team fights with a decent number of spells in the last game with the Lich, the Omni Knight, the Queen of Pain. Those get shut down pretty hard by Silencer. So it's going to force Prime Dota to either risk it, buy the Shadow Blades, and
Only
blow up the
10
Silencer
seconds.
first, or they're going to have a pretty hard time picking the same kind of team fights that
5
they did last
seconds
round.
remain.
And it looks like there's going to be a similar plan from Prime Dota, sticking with what works. They're going to grab a scary
Radiant's
glass
bad.
cannon and make sure Omni Knight reinforces them.
And I'll also note that the Shadow Fiend just played a solid game. Had high CS, did a good job laning against Alina, And it'll probably be a different matchup this time. I suspect the Lena
10
didn't go
seconds
so
to
well. Lena did work, don't get me wrong, but I
5
think it wasn't
seconds.
their
Hurry,
best pick
hurry.
on the side of Dive Deep. I think they probably have better heroes for Cho++.
Reserve
The TA
time.
was pretty impeccable. Delina,
Dyer's
not
ban.
as smashing.
Might be a little telling here. We've got an Earthshaker ban out. That's definitely not a respect ban, so we might be looking at an illusion-dependent hero. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Only
Not sure
10
why they'd want that
seconds.
unless they're specifically getting rid of a counter pick.
Yeah,
5 seconds remain.
maybe they just don't have a lot of mobility either. I mean,
They don't have a lot of mobility, but if anything,
Radiance
Prime Dota
ban.
has shown us that they do not care about crowd control to get their jobs done. They've got their
Yeah.
own system they use.
it's also possible these players have been playing each other for a couple of weeks, and we haven't had the opportunity to cast all of the games, but sometimes a team just knows something about
10
someone
seconds
else. Like,
to pick.
if this were Pro Dota, we'd all know what their hero pool was. In this case, the players know each
5
other. They know
seconds.
each other's
Hurry,
hero pool.
hurry.
It might be that there's just a good Earthshaker player. Like
That
maybe
is a-
Soul kills it, Earthshaker.
That's a theory, but that theory relies on me
Radiant
not
team
knowing something, so I think it's pretty hazy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, can't back that. Unlikely. Third pick coming up for Dive Deep. Need to. Oh, I need to stop reading chat because then I see your puns, and that's just like it's like a spiked strip for commentary, just careening off into the frickin' bushes.
YouTube viewers, you'll
Only
never see the
10
Twitch
seconds.
chat. It's probably for the best.
Yeah, count yourselves lucky.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
3 seconds to go. They gotta go into reserve time. Oh, it's
Oh,
reserve time.
Juggernaut ban again from the other side this time. Maybe they're going to pick Slark, because apparently there's some Slark Juggernaut feud we don't know about.
Well, they have similar roles. They go into a team fight, they do some damage, and then they press R when things start to get scary. A little bit more aggressive from the Juggernaut, a little bit more tense late game from the Slark, but other than that, they feel similar. They have a similar combat tempo.
Yeah. Slardar. Ha!
Gotta like the big beefy guy. Gotta like is that the Slardar noise?
It is now.
Figured it would be more fishy. That's like a mild
Ha!
hernia.
Psh! It's a splash at the end of the huh.
Oh, a hernia would suck.
10
lifting
seconds
something
to
when
pick.
you've got a snake for a lower half. All your abdominal
So
muscles.
Slardar, you guys.
5 seconds remain.
Cool. Minus armor helps out your Viper.
They got
Reserve
minus
time.
armor. They've got initiation if he
Doesn't
goes
really
for
want that
Blake, and they've
silencer.
got some beef.
Yep. Can be beefy. We'll see how he gets run. And
It's
how
also
well he
important to
farms.
note that if Omni Knight's ult is on you, great, but that does not stop a bash from holding you still.
True.
You can still get work done. You don't need to run away from the Shadow Fiend.
This
Your job
one.
is to pin him down.
This one can still get you, even if you have repel on you.
Mm-hmm.
This one
Radiant
actually
team are
still
not
does
picking.
damage, because I believe it has physical damage.
But it doesn't pierce spell immunity.
The spell doesn't. So you take the damage because it's physical, but you do not take the stun from Slithering Crush because that does not pierce spell immunity. But all of
Razor!
Slardar's damage is physical
Only
because his
10
amp
seconds.
damage is armor.
Yeah. Razor coming out.
5 seconds.
See-
Hurry, hurry.
Also physical. Also,
Also
armor
physical.
reduction. We're just all armor all the time. in
Reserve
this game.
time.
And damage
All the time.
reduction. See, they can drag out a team fight a lot longer with Omni Knight, so Razor gets a lot more work done out of his W. You can maybe pin down some troublesome right clicker. I'm not sure who his target is going to be right now. Silence and Viper might not be at a good space for him to reach without getting
Dire
crowd
team
controlled
are
by
picking.
Slardar, and now especially a Lion on the field.
Yeah, another hype man Lion and a Zinti Silencer, and then we've got Slardar Viper and something over here. So you think Chill Plus Plus is going to play the Viper mid?
I expect Chill Plus Plus is going to be on Viper. We're definitely going to
B.
see. I don't think Lemon Ice T's hero is here yet. Lemon
Yeah.
Ice T is going to have the 5th one.
Probably. And so I believe 3 Nigma played Omni Knight last
10
game, right?
seconds to pick.
And then it was a Monster Shadow Fiend.
And Zwerst on his
5
just
seconds
deeply
remain.
troubled Skywrath, that poor
Witch
little bird man.
Doctor.
Bird.
Radiance ban.
Okay. He's first Lich.
Stuns, more physical damage, big team fight plays, and sustain as well with the heal.
Dire's
Omni Knight
banner.
and Witch Doctor can keep a lane going for forever, so long as at least one of the two of them has picked up mana boots.
True. So maybe I don't know. This is odd because you have Shadow Fiend and Razor, so your draft is really not giving away your lanes anymore.
10
Um,
seconds to pick.
You may. I don't know.
5
It'd be risky
seconds
to run the
remaining.
Shadow Fiend solo save,
I don't think Shadow
but
Fiend's
it
going
would
to
be
run solo
fine
without
against
being
a
mid.
Slardar
Reserve time.
because you could just hit the Slardar. The Slardar would have no way to stop that. You get a stout shield and you just
Radiant
Shadow
team
Razor.
are now picking.
You know what? I'm
Then
gonna,
you can run the Razor mid and you can go aggressive off lane against who knows what Lemon Iced Tea is doing against the Silencer and the Lion. Omni Knight and Witch Doctor are gonna do okay.
I don't think the Shadow Fiend is going to go to a solo lane unless it's mid. I don't think he's that worried about a Viper.
Yeah. I
Though-
didn't think you would do it either, but I just kind of want to think about it. Like,
Yeah. Razor's got too much he can do against multiple
Only
opponents. I
10
think we're going to see
seconds.
him in lane with a Witch Doctor.
you think that's the tri lane with the Witch Doctor Omni Knight?
5
Yeah, I think
They've been
that's-
tri-laning all these
Hurry,
games.
hurry.
Yeah, I think we're going to see our solo offlaner on this last pick
Reserve time.
for Prime and
Phantom
Dive Deep.
Back.
There
Bristle
we
back.
go.
Let's see the Bristle.
There's the
Dive
Earthshaker
Deep.
ban right there. They were setting up Phantom Lancer.
Yep. They banned Earthshaker mid-phase, last pick Phantom Lancer. Not terribly surprising. If I were Dire, I probably would have banned PL.
And it's not terribly
Instead of the
surprising
other two.
because somebody told you what was going to happen.
I mean, our buddy plays PL like every other game.
Wouldn't
we
kill
know
you
what
to say
Earthshaker...
thanks. Just saying.
Thanks, buddy.
There we go.
Thanks
Next,
for
we'll
that.
work on sincerity next, but this is a
10
big step
seconds
today.
to pick.
Yep.
All right, get a little more drank down, and what's going to be your
5
answer,
seconds
Prime?
remaining.
What do you do
You gotta keep
against
those-
a PL?
You gotta keep those pipes juiced.
Juice 'em.
You know? Juice the
Reserve
pipes.
Just
time.
put some juice in the pipe.
Juice. Juiceum sounds like it might be an epithet.
An epithet? What?
Might be. It's maybe you say something's particularly juicem. Now it's just about Jews.
Yeah, now
Probably
it's...
shouldn't have gone there.
Why is everything food? I want a bagel now.
I was gonna make some blintzes this week.
Blintzes?
Yeah.
That's so Jewish, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, right?
That's amazing.
I found out you can make homemade ricotta by just like sticking whole milk in the microwave with
And
acid.
another Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain! Is that an offlaner? It could be an offlaner.
could
Or they
be
could
an
do the solo
offlaner.
safe lane again. But
They-
then you'd have an off lane with like Razor, Omni Knight, and Witch Doctor going aggressive against the PL, which is, I think, going to work out well.
So one of the things that's interesting if you've got a Razor on the enemy's safe lane is you get to do that little Q thing in the middle of like 4 camps in the lane.
So
It's
this
a-
is what they did last time: is they had Treon, Venomancer, or Viper, and they went off lane. So it looks like that's correct, and then Soul is going to be top again.
Yeah, it's easy to forget. Normally with Razor, there's only 1 or 2 targets that you're trying to hit with the Q. So it's easy to just judge as like distance from Razor. That's what the spell is. No, it is a massive
Only
area
10 seconds.
all around him that moves with him. If there's lots of targets, lots of creeps,
5
lots of
seconds.
stacked
Hurry,
camps, lots of
hurry.
enemies around you on a 3v3 lane, you are hitting for tons of damage on a relatively cheap spell.
Yep. So let's introduce them players. You want to do DD this time?
Hang on a second, I gotta do
The stage
button.
is set.
Button.
Everyone prepared?
Yeah! Oh wow, something changed. Alright, gonna go back to DD's Lion, Jay Wheezy, formerly, what was he?
That's pretty much his name.
Hype Man? I don't think
the,
Wheezy
the hype
duh.
man. I mean, it's
I don't think
still on there. Just look on the screen.
But it says Jay Wheezy now. I feel like he's paying. Moving on to B! Abandoning his sacred role as Sand King. He's gonna flex some scaly muscles with Slardar to back up Lemon Iced Tea's Phantom Lancer, who we might see going mid here. Surprisingly strong mid lane against what I'm expecting to be a Shadow Fiend.
Maybe.
We've got Chill rocking Viper, bringing the poison, bringing the slow, and Kinsey, who I really hope has a
30
better
seconds
game
until
this time, because it's just, you've all been there. You're position 5, you're like 8 levels behind everyone else, and as soon as you get to a lane where it looks like there might be some farm and some push potential, someone just blinks up your rectum, and you're back to respawning.
And then for Prime Dota, we've got Monsta in the mid lane as Shadow Fiend, 3 Nigma on that Omni Knight, Zurst playing Witch Doctor, Soul on the Queen of Pain, And where is Razor? There he is. Tree on Razor.
I feel like B doesn't have a good idea of what the beginning is like for other players. This is the second game in a row when he's just sitting on the rune waiting patiently, like right on top of it, not even hiding. He knows no one's gonna come get him. That's not what happens.
Mm-hmm. So, how is this lane gonna go?
Alright, yeah.
Do
Razor's,
have-
Razor's rocking the tri-lane, gonna be
Yeah.
against the PL and Silencer and Lion.
We do have essentially the expected tri-lanes based on that draft. Zinti going aggressive immediately, trading last hits with Zerst, which is not the best idea. 50 damage versus 59 damage. Zerst seriously doing 20% more damage than Zinti. I don't know if Zinti realizes this, but Witch Doctor is one of the last supports you want to go toe-to-toe with 0 items.
Yeah, he's an arthritic purple skeleton almost. But
Yeah, he doesn't look that strong.
He even throws his little right-click underhand.
And
Like
they're
he's-
little ghosties. Have you ever seen it? It has a face.
I thought it was just like a little skull. Is it a little skull?
It's like skull ghosty.
Skull ghosty? I think you're a skull or you're a ghost. I'm not sure you're both.
What if you're a ghost of a skeleton?
You can't.
What if a skeleton dies?
Skeletons do die when
And then
the
they're-
person dies.
Ghosts.
I feel like it's just a lazy ghost. You're not even apparating your skin.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Alright.
Anyway.
More lane dominance out of Queen of Pain. Level 3 coming up. I've got no doubt that Soul is about to level Shadow Strike hard in this lane. Just
That
hard.
is what he likes to do. He's got the Null Talisman. Good job. You can buy a Null Talisman. It's a good item. It helps you in your lane.
Lemon Iced Tea is taking some hits. He's keeping his hit points high. He's managing to get farm in this lane, which is difficult. You wouldn't think you'd want to get that close to the Razor and Witch Doctor, but he is
Playing
just
pretty cautious.
fearless.
Yeah.
Witch
You
Doctor
know-
hanging back, wary of something coming out from the trees, not wanting to pressure super hard and get caught by that creep wave.
I was looking at it. And I really wish, B picked up a mango, and it made me think that Lemon Iced Tea should really be the one picking up mangoes. Because that's just thematic.
No.
And I wonder what that tastes like.
You think Lemon Iced Tea should be picking up
Mangoes.
mangoes?
Yeah.
Because of what reason?
Because
You
then it
lost
would be mango lemon iced tea. And that sounds good. Anyway, Hype Man might die. Enigma blocking him off the other side of trees. That's first blood. Back to mango lemon iced tea. Is that just too much? Is that too many flavors at once?
I don't know, if it's like mango passionberry, I see mango's one of those things that gets thrown in with a lot of fruits I'm pretty sure don't exist.
Like passion berries?
Yeah. It's like passion, dragon, chargos, like I don't recognize
really
anything
passionate
but
dragon.
the mango, so I feel like the mango is just there to add legitimacy to the rest of the fruits they invent.
Yeah. To the BS synthetic flavors?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure passionberry is just code for MSG.
That's probably right. Okay. Soul has indeed leveled his Q. And we'll see if he takes another point in that one. Lemon Iced Tea doing alright down here. Goes up to the highest last hits on a hero in this game. But again, I'd like to know how much Dyer pays attention to their denies. Monsta with 17 denies. That's more denies than last hits. And more than all of Chill's CS combined.
More last hits, and also more last hits, or more denies on a Shadow Fiend, who gets much more out of denying than other heroes. Like
Yeah.
him and Necrophos just get to kill things and feel good about it. Doesn't matter what team it's on.
But Queen of Pain, who gets basically nothing, is still racking up those denies, and it's a level 5 versus a level 4. Looks like B is just about to tick into 5, but Queen of Pain actually almost to 6. Like,
It's another dagger. There might be a dive here. That's going to be a lot of damage.
Oh, the TP comes in. B with the defensive crush.
He's going to wand up, but I'm not sure he's surviving this. He's got two more
He's
ticks
got 2
of
more
damage.
ticks. He'll be okay, right? Oh, 31. He lives. He lives with 2. No!
Ticks
Oh,
for
he's dead!
50 damage. It is an
No way.
insanely powerful
Really?
spell. You need a TP.
50 damage.
You need to just go home.
50 damage. So he was about 2 hit points from living because 25% magic resist, right? Initially means that he's going to negate 12 of that damage, and he had 35 hit points.
It was
So
a
that's
close run
38 hit points that you need. It was 2 or 3 hit points from living through that quap skill. Ugh. Rough, dude. But Soul playing on the edge, the very edge, gets that kill. Nicely done.
Got a pull coming from 3 Nigma. Top lane's going to be dropped back a little bit. He's going to grab some XP
This
for
is
that
a push
Omni Knight.
though. Like when you kill the small camp
Dire's top tower is
intentionally,
under siege.
you're pushing your lane because it adds more creeps to your wave.
It adds more keeps the way so long as it's not a double stack or you don't get the double pull off. And that looks like what's happening, but I don't think...
Well, he didn't double pull, right?
Soul
So-
has just gotten level 6 on Queen of Pain. I'm sorry, not just gotten, but just about to push as level 6 Queen of Pain for the first time. Does not quite have the mana to drop a good combo. Gonna
Looks like
throw
the
out
bottom
a
rune is
dagger.
going to be contested here. Zursk getting hexed up. Hype Man gets the invis rune, runs away, takes quite a bit of damage, but he'll be fine as no one can find him right now. B getting another spectral dagger. That's 200 damage to him eventually. Zinti doing a little bit of work here, trying to get some damage onto Enigma, but Enigma's just going to back off.
Throw up that magic shield and dance around with impunity.
Dance around.
That's just how
we do.
Oh, got Lances going down bot, just pegging away.
Yeah, but Zurst has full mana. His heal, only 1 level, but it's still going to be able to heal him pretty quickly with 600 hit points. Oh god, the Lances. Still happening.
Hang on.
Oh, and he spawns a couple of illusions. Gets real quick. Lemon Iced Tea backs up. He used his wand to get some more magic. Get some more mana.
Lemon Iced Tea backing up, but he's doing a good job of controlling this lane all by his lonesome. Still getting lots of last hits.
Chill Plus actually ahead of Shadow Fiend at this point in last hits. Oh, but the rotation. Hype Man comes in with a Hex. They've got Crush. Soul is stunned again. The bash. It's enough damage. The silence coming out. That is a kill onto the Queen of Pain, who is quite a bit ahead in that lane. B catching up is level 6 now. Queen of Pain still almost to 8, so still a pretty wide margin for the Queen of Pain versus the Slardar, but it is Slardar's off lane, and a pretty difficult matchup for him too.
Lemon Iced Tea not afraid to throw out lances here on Quasimodo.
Dire's top tower is
Witch
being
Doctor has
attacked.
been running his heal almost constantly and just getting Lance down as soon as it's on cooldown. Lemon Iced Tea is out of mana. He's going to need some help to protect this lane.
He's wanding up continually for it. Every time he has lane charges, Lemon Iced Tea just uses them to throw more lances.
He's close to another one, but he doesn't have a good target. He doesn't have any follow-up. He does not even have the mana to
Yeah, he kind of has to hide at this
drop
point.
his
Monster
doppelganger.
comes in, runs straight down under the tower. Lemon Iced Tea knows. He TP's out. Can they get a cask? No vision.
Good job recognizing
Queen's bottom
imminent
tower
doom,
under fire.
imminent shadow rain. I hate that there's so
Doom
many.
is a hero, so
Yeah,
if you say
there's-
Infinite Doom, then
There's so many evocative nouns that
See
you
where
just
you're
can't
at.
use without
see where you're
confusion.
at. Yeah. Sorry, man. Game is hard, even for casters.
Gaben.
Dire's middle tower
Whoa.
taking damage.
Stacking the Sage's masks. Just Q all day. Look at
Shadow
that.
Fiend.
3.6 regen on the mana for Queen of Pain.
Monster drops a TP from bottom lane. It looks like he was going somewhere, but he cancels it almost instantaneously. Now he's waddling to mid. Not sure if that was an accident or if he saw stuff getting too hot.
Seems like it had to have been.
Viper farming one of the camps, just trying to get squeeze a little bit more money. Chill plus plus needs what did he just get? So that was good for it. Signing back
Calm
to
it
top
down.
lane.
Calm it down. And top lane's getting pushed a little bit.
More daggers. He might jump an ult here. He's got
Yeah,
a few
B
more
is at
damage
half
against
hit
the
points.
ghost.
He's got 400 health. I
And
think
we've
he can do it.
We've got more than enough mana for Queen. If she wants to drop that combo, she could
It's
be getting a kill here.
290 and
Mid is getting pushed up
225.
horrifically. Monster is starting to peg the tower, but they've got no creeps.
Radiant's
They're going to have to
middle
back
tower is
off.
being
Looks like they
attacked.
did pick up a silencer kill while I wasn't paying attention.
yeah, okay, I got him.
Queen jumping around all nimbly bambly from tree to tree.
I was paying attention to the Phantom Lancer, who's just free farming bottom. Looks like he'll go drums in this game. That's fine. Drums are good. Drums are a good item.
Wheezy's sitting on level 4 with his Lion. We've still got a good 2 or 3 minutes before we're going to see any deft fingerings from Radiant's side. And that leaves a window. That leaves a window for Dire to push, or at least push back this insane Lemon Iced Tea, who has got the creeps hitting the bottom tower again, doing horrible damage. Monster has to flee.
Throws out the Spirit Lances against Monster. Monster has enough. He backs up. He's got a full bottle as well, so he'll just recharge his hit points. Lemon Iced Tea over here, hanging at the side shop. Picks up treads.
Still has a robe of the Magi sitting in the stash. Apparently didn't have the space to go.
Oh man, the Hex has come out. Hype Man goes on a tree. Does he have enough? Not quite. He has to back off. The Witch Doctor hits. Good crush from B, but the Sonic Wave from Soul is there. They move in. Monster once more. He has an Arcane Rune. His cooldowns are lowered. He goes in and Shadow Raises, but it won't find a kill on the Phantom Lancer. Just hits illusions and air.
Hit points bleeding away from Dire's side, but there's not any kills. DD cannot find the kill shot. And they're going to back up, saving the tower, just losing the Lion.
Didn't quite have the position on that one, and it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Kind of the 300 more gold going the way of Prime Dota.
Witch Doctor is going to be level 6, ulti ready to go for the next team fight. Can't wait to see some wards drop down. Meanwhile, big team fight ulti still on the way. Lion has not quite reached level 5 yet. B trying to climb up and get a little XP top. It looks like he's saving up for Blink Dagger. They want to secure some initiation. He's got 1,800 gold stacked.
Yep, and it's going to be an Orchid again for Queen of Pain. Not surprising. Pretty much the pickup 90% of the time.
Also, you want big activatable items when there is a silencer on the other team. You want something that his ult can't mess with, because it messes with so much.
Lemon Iced Tea has an Invis rune. Scopes out mid, sees if he can find anybody. Not so much. He's still got half the duration left. He might go anyway. Finds tree. Wants to make it happen. Throws out the lance. Goes on him. Has a couple of illusions. We see the TP come in immediately. And you know what? That's worth it. Like, a little bit of mana burns a support rotation. And now 60 seconds, Omni Knight can't TP. You just leave.
Lion is climbing up. We might have Wheezy trying to wrap around this Queen of Pain. They've got enough stuns. They might be able to get the kill out of this. But DB is just horribly wounded. You don't want to go anywhere near a new girl like Queen of Pain.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to use your sprint. He's only got 1/1 charge. If Soul gets a single spell off, he's probably dead. Right. Wheezy goes in. There's the Hex. B is confident now. Second stun. They're ready. The crush is out. But can she TP? No blink. TP. No blink there. Oh, big Razor coming in. Hits on Zinti. Doesn't get enough. B has another crush. Oh, but the cask is right there.
Cask.
Chill actually comes in and saves his teammate by taking the cask off of the two of them.
And it looks like
that was huge. And Lemon Iced Tea is here, wants some blood. Doppelganger's forward, moves in. Not quite enough. He looks for the kill. Finds Monster in the trees. That's not actually what he wants at this point. Doppelganger's on cooldown. Hype Man goes in, gets the stun on tree. None of the lightning procs hit him. Lemon Iced Tea going for it, brings his illusions with him, and the cask comes out. Stopping him in his tracks.
Those illusions hit about as hard as you would expect Sparkly Dust to do.
I think Monster expected PL to have followed his illusions in there. Didn't see Lemon Iced Tea peeling off to the south and ultied for it. Let go of the Requiem, and it did basically nothing.
Lemon Iced Tea is going to grab a bounty road and just mosey on down to mid lane to grab a little extra farm. Meanwhile, Omni Knight was killing a few camps in the bottom jungle before pushing the wave out slightly and back to top where there's still heroes pushing lanes. Damage being done on the tower. Soul and Xerxes doing their part to eat tower hits right now for Zol, so he's going to turn around. Blink Dagger is up on Slardar. B has his initiation. It looks like it is B's job to get the party started. I think I'm beginning to tease out his role for Dive Deep.
Yeah, I think that they've got this offlaner role just really locked down as the lockdown. And also initiation.
Lockdown as the lockdown?
They got it locked down. As they locked it.
Yeah.
See where that went?
Yep.
You have regrets for coming over yet today?
A little bit. Big damage being done. Viper is tearing down Witch Doctor, but he's just going to heal up and be fine.
It did nothing, but it was a 6 stun. Through the trees, hit 2.
400 XP into level 5. It's 200 XP to go before we're going to be able to see a finger on Wheezy.
For the boop boop.
Otherwise, that could have changed a lot. They had a very low health hero that needed to be bursted down.
A couple times probably could have changed things, but that's what it's like, being in that 5 position.
It's just important not to die, and he's doing that decently.
Chill has now been left alone, and I'm not sure he understands how much danger he's in right now. I think he's getting the picture now. Backs up, hangs out under tower. There are 3 heroes there. Meanwhile, the rotation on mid. B is ready to go. Lemon Ice Tea hasn't scoped anyone out with that illusion. Soul is here, though.
Shadowblade, bottom lane. Monster has just snuck up on Silencer. Kinsey is going to drop almost immediately.
Rough. Kinsey is going to have a pretty tough one.
He does not have the luxury of being alone at this point, not with a Shadow Friend out for blood.
Yep.
Let's see.
What is Prime Dota picking up? There's the mech on Razor. That's going to allow them to group up really effectively right now. They've got the Witch Doctor, they've got the Omni Knight, they've got the Shadow Fiend. There's a lot of, like, getting on top of the other team and fighting, ready to go here. Oh, Monster. They see it. They have a Sentry Ward on the high ground. The Repel comes out, saves him from any further magical damage.
That's going to
Monster
come in
just cleans up
very big once this Diffusal Blade comes up. PL's target is going to be mandated on who can actually take the Diffusal damage. Heal going out to Witch Doctor. This is a 5-man push with a lot of sustain built up behind it. They're going to tease at this Witch Doctor a little bit, but they can't just initiate off of a single lance. Viper doing damage, getting top tower well under threat, but not going to fight mid.
Yeah, continual Spirit Lances here from Lemon Ice Tea. Not doing a ton of damage. They have so much sustain. Oh, Soul finds Hype Man. Doesn't use the Orchid yet. Doesn't actually have an Orchid yet. Razor comes in. GA. Big double stun. Hype Man gonna go down to the casks right here. Razor getting the kill for that. Tree continues to go in, but Soul, Sonic Wave hits on 2, kills 1. B now in trouble, has the dagger on him. He's not getting away.
The Sonic Wave canceled his blink. He was going to go in and get a massive slithering crush, and he just dropped it next to a tree on top of the corpse of his friend.
Ouch.
Rude. Top tower goes down for Chill plus Blood, but his price for not joining that fight with his neck.
Did you see the ping?
Yep.
I think that was Silencer again. Silencer is basically every ping we've seen. He's like, TP home. TP home, fool.
You gotta have a shot caller. Looks like it's Silencer.
It's in T.
Let's see. Fortify coming out. They're going to try and save this tower, but they need to get on it. They've still got a Witch Doctor. There is a huge creeper and tons of ways for it to be healed.
Yeah, Prime Dota in prime position right here. They're doing a great job of securing this early game again at 20 minutes pushing down a tower. Getting that tier 3 mechan up, and they're just out. They know they have an advantage. They could even probably go to Roche and have enough space for that. There's just not as much team fight on the other side.
Yeah, Razor's ulti is still down for that push. GA's down. They've got 70 seconds left before Queen of Pain ulti is up. They're just going to take their money and run.
Yeah, and you know, that's the right decision. I don't know if going to Roche is actually a good idea anymore. They don't have wards for this. Witch Doctor has them, but they're in his stash. They'd have to set up for it. He could put down a sentry, but it wouldn't really help anything. So they have to split and farm for now. Throwing down... They're like trying to go for Roche without putting a ward in this area and this area is just a death sentence at this point in the game.
You can do Roche careful, or you can do Roche quick. They do have a Razor ulti that's often able to shear off the last of his armor.
Yeah,
and just
they have Necromancy.
Yeah,
Or,
full Necromancy stacks. Right around 200 damage for Shadow Fiend. If you can amp that with a little bit of armor reduction, or at least a little bit more on top of Shadow Fiend's normally impressive one.
This is an interesting position here for Dive Deep. They are quite deep in the enemy jungle. Monster
for a place
trying to
to
line
hold.
up
He's
on Chill.
Right
Throws down the
there.
Requiem.
Yeah,
Gets it. The cast comes out. Hype Man, meanwhile, taking a lot of damage from Tree, but Tree is facing 3 heroes right now. Throws out the ulti. Viper is going to go down to the entire team of Prime Dota. And Tree
does drop.
vanishes to Silencer.
Big move.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
He burned his yeah, the thing does like 400. It's crazy.
It's like a whole bunch. Just a lot.
All right, so 1-for-1
300
trade there.
damage.
Viper going down in return for a Razor. Not the worst trade, but nobody's getting any other momentum off the back of this.
Yeah.
And not having momentum is different for these two teams. You're seeing heroes going back to heal for Radiant's side, and that's not a problem for Dire. They've got more than enough sustain. They just press a couple of buttons, and there's all your hit points back.
Oh, B finding Zerst, or Zerst finding B. B blinks out. B is for blink.
Yeah, Zerst had a lot of teammates backing up. There's a big Dire presence in the top lane right now. They're going to take that tier
I think
1.
it's a super wise decision. A lesser player would have gone right on the Witch Doctor and said, like, hey, support, blood. I like blood. But you know what? Not a good idea in this situation. If you find a support across on the other side of the map, he's probably got his team with him at this level of play. Monsta going invisible, has the repel on him. Oh, just right-click Zindi down right away with the Shadow Rays. Queen of Pain actually gets the kill there. B blinks in. Crush on 3, it's huge. Enigma about to go down, the Sonic Wave comes out, the GA is there. Lemon Iced Tea taking a ton of damage, doesn't have a doppelganger for another couple seconds. Soul blinks forward, throws down the Scream, goes on to chill, the right clicks. Tree comes in, B tries to save him, but he's too late. The crush hits on 1, but the cast isn't enough to lock him down. Hype Man nowhere to be seen. He's fine, and there's wards like everywhere.
B jumps in and out of that same fight twice, but doesn't manage to turn it for his team. So he's just going to hang out and try and protect the racks while he waits for his Lancer and Viper to get back on the field. This is going to be a tense moment. They've got enough momentum. Dire can push high ground. They can crack the racks. This tower is not going to last long. Hype Man delaying as much as he can with a couple of stuns.
They still have a global.
Creeps.
They still have a global. They still have, yeah. I mean, I guess actually, global and finger are the longest cooldowns they have. The Viper ult is relatively low cooldown as well.
And Dire showing impressive restraint. They have advantage and momentum, but you know what? They're not in a hurry. They can go get that Rax anytime they want.
Yeah, they have enough late game here with their Shadow Fiend, their Razor. Quap is going to scale alright for a while yet. Quap doesn't have an Ags or anything, but is reasonably close. So they know that they can go and like grab another item, and they'll have it before the rest of the team does. Oh, not being able to get the amp damage on just yet, so Monsta is able to run away without vision.
Yep, there is
Tree in a bad spot. The crush is missed. The Spirit Lance lands. Ice-T trying to go to work, but he's so slow. Doppelganger to purge everything off. Zerst, a little bit out of position, gets fingered immediately by Hype Man. The global is out. Nobody can cast spells. Just finishes. B goes in, crushes Soul again, but he's healed up immediately by Enigma. Enigma being the name of the player on Omni Knight, for those just tuning in.
B dancing out of the fight. They get a little bit more of that time opening up Zerst for the Lion Finger, but that is a, level 8 Lion. That opportunity's not going to come around again for over 2 minutes. They've got to find some other way to drop heroes without big burst damage. And we're seeing a little bit of shift in gears here. The previous 2 games, Roche was heavily contested. He hasn't really been touched yet. No wards up, no plans. They're just going after towers and opening up team fights.
Without an Ursa, why Roche?
That's a good point.
You know, not worth it. Monsta going deep. Finds Lemon Iced Tea. 1 right click, 1 missed raise. The Doppelganger is going to just bring him to safety. And Lemon Iced Tea actually feeling pretty ballsy right now.
Never miss a chance to lance him and get another 9 hits off of Diffusal Blade because he's been chased by so many illusions.
Yeah, there's a nice hefty stack with 1 Triceratops just like refuses to go back. You see this guy? This guy. Where does he think he is? Standing over there, under the tree.
He's looking out for the cops.
He's like, oh.
Yep.
This is the corner they usually patrol.
Yep. He didn't buy any of the stuff, so he has to be a lookout.
Okay. Yeah, I just thought maybe he liked the shade better than the rest of them. You know, the other one's too lazy to even find the shade. Just can't explain it, man. Thunderhide goes in, Thunderhide comes out.
I'm assuming there's something really interesting in those approaches.
Yeah, probably.
A couple of wards on the map, none of them really protecting Roche. There's just a little bit of sight down there, maybe the D ward, but any vision granting wards are pretty sparse on the bottom side of the map. We got one big.
Why am I hearing music?
Why are you hearing music? I don't know. Did music start playing? Just loving the sound of my voice.
No, I don't think that's what it
I've
is.
often been called music responsive. Got some
Oh, Starladder came on. Hey.
Chill plus plus getting jumped on. He's trying to TP home. Oh, but the cask finds him. He's gonna try and climb out of the jungle. Gets chased down by Queen of Pain and that ever pesky slow from Omni Knight.
Yep.
And here we go. Here's the Roach. They got the pick off they need. They've got wards, multiple wards. in
Perfect
good
positioning.
spots. And we're not gonna even see a Razor ulti drop. There's no reason to.
No
Don't you
reason.
even think that
Why would you?
down.
Yup. Yup.
Queen of Pain clearing out the mid lane, getting primed up for a push.
And this is going to be an easy rush. No problem.
Roche is going to drop in 10. Not gonna do full count.
No, don't do it. Nobody wants to do
There
that.
we go.
Oh, hooray! And Monster picking that up, leaving his bottle on the deck for now. He has a Silver Edge. Nice.
Silver Edge, really scary against
Well,
Viper.
can
Viper
disable
has the
bashes.
passive.
No more bashes?
I mean, it does disable passives, but I never thought of it as like the right.
It could
click
also
passives.
remove Phantom Rush and Juxtapose. So, I mean, that's alright, but I think it's more just about getting the slow from the MAME and stuff. Greater MAME also decreases all damage output by 40%? 40%.
40% is much more impressive. It's just hard to.
And it's from all damage. All spell damage, all physical damage,
You mean
all right click
Viper's
damage.
number-based passive? Well,
I
it's
mean,
passive. It's going to be the
all
same.
damage output when you right click with the Silver
Yeah,
Edge.
but when you say all, could you clarify?
Any source of damage from Chill, if Monster were to hit him with the first right click out of Silver Edge, would cause all damage.
Power goes down. Chill's getting pegged by
Oh,
massive
the
hits.
Sonic Wave is huge! B goes in and gets a great crush, but look at the sustain on the sign of Prime Dota. The finger goes onto the Shadow Fiend, but he's going to be resurrecting right quick. Lemon Ice Tea doing a lot of work here with Doppelganger, gets a very favorable position there.
Flyback on
Soul
Hype
clears
Man.
him out. Hype Man goes back in, gets almost nothing done. A big crush again from B, but he's just not taking enough to stay there. Zinti goes in. He has buyback. We'll see if he decides to use it. Lemon Ice Tea, he does. The buyback from Silencer, he's coming back. Lemon Ice Tea going in. The sustain is starting to wind down. We've only got half the mana here from... Oh, the right click. Can B finish him off? He can't quite. He's running away, and Queen of Pain finishes two heroes at once. Lemon Ice Tea still hitting these heroes, but oh, the Shadow Fiend is too fat. Monster kills him anyway with his Buddy Tree, and Soul is there to help out. The 3 cores from Prime Dota all still alive. They'll go on to Rax. Number 2, buyback from Lemon Ice Tea. I'm not sure that he can rebuff this push, though.
Lemon Ice Tea did a good job of cleaning out the supports, but now he's up against 3 cores. I'm not sure how he's planning on beating these back. Silver Edge just for funsies. Avoid some more of that diffusal damage.
Will surround Prime Dota Tree. Chill, right-clicking him down. One more. There it is. 1 kill in the bank. Hype Man just respawned. He has to be like a way lower level.
And again, like
Yeah.
the
He's level 8.
Play.
He bought back. He got back in the game and he respawned again before the next fight was over because he's level 8. That is so rough.
Level 9, just now picking it up online. He's so much closer to
For comparison,
level 2 finger.
the 5 and 4 positions are 11 and 13 on the side of Prime Dota. Got 8 and 11 on, or 9 now. 9 and 11 on Dive Deep. So they are like in a bad way.
Yeah, it's pretty rough being a 5 who just does your best but you still die every game. None of that precious XP going your way. Sitting on a finger that's
Sitting on it.
yeah.
Do you have any finish for that? Or
No, I thought that was a pretty good end cap. Nice way to encapsulate my feelings on 5 positions.
okay.
One little finger.
Okay. We got a Team Ancients attempt here. It's 5 on 7 or so. But it looks like Dive Deep is gonna pull this one out. I think
And
they've got it under control.
It looks like that
Zer's gonna pick up a haste rune. Run! Ward fast! Ward so fast! Ward faster than you've ever warded before. Secret mission.
Alright, and Quasimodo taking his little speed run.
Oh, the Sentry Ward. Hype Man sees it. Monsta's there, but Duke.
Oh, man. Hype Man gets dropped by a massive Shadow Friend right click. He doesn't even have crits. It was
200
armor
damage.
reduction. No, it starts at 200 damage,
Yeah.
and then it goes down from.
And then he has the armor
11
reduction,
points of
right?
armor reduction at that range.
6.
Doing a little bit of
Plus
math
the
here.
assault gears.
Lion has 6 armor,
So he's at -5 when Shadow Fiend hits it.
which equals pain
Yeah,
mathematically.
just like 40% less EHP or something like
I
that.
believe is represented by an upside down lambda.
The point is, Prime Dota are pushing really hard right
Being
now.
crushed,
The
they're gonna
global
try
comes
and drop
out,
Monster.
big spike, Hype Man just losing so much health so fast. Chill, really working on it, can't decide exactly what target he wants to hit. Lemon Iced Tea attacking Monster, but it's not enough. GG! And that's going to be game 3 in the bag for Prime Dota, coming back from an 0-1 deficit, losing the first game, winning 2 in a row. We are at a possible match point in this best of 5.
But
If Prime Dota can do it again.
it is a best of 5, and we are seeing some pretty good play here, so I've got no doubt things are going to be different. Maybe. Some
Maybe some.
addendum, some doubts.
Okay. Cool.
Not a lot, though.
And we will be right back with that.
Barely worth mentioning.
Barely worth mentioning.
And yet.
Okay. I'm going to set up the next lobby. Do you need a break for anything?
I'm going to grab another beverage, but...
Okay. Give me a cider, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, drinking my damn drinks. So fruity. Oh no, almost tripped.
Cause
So much sugar in this house, it's ridiculous.
This is a... I'm gonna go back to our in-between games, just bashing on cosmetics here. I'm gonna just do a little bit of that. Okay, everybody, I know this is your favorite part. This is the part that matters. Look at, oh my,
That is classy.
wow. Wow. That sure is a thing right there.
Yeah, that looks like an enemy of the Power Rangers that ended up on the cutting room floor.
Jeez.
like barely got out of concept art.
And the score is 1. Cool. It's too big for you.
Whoa.
This is, I mean, who decided that the pufferfish
I mean, clearly
carry
that's
the shark?
I mean, that's
You know?
that's the. I mean, it's not like there's any fish that flies. You're kind of stuck with the most Zeppelin-like creature of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I take that back. Zeppelins definitely are whales. Very whale shaped. Hell, even Pokemon knows that. Yeah.
It's important stuff, man. Okay, next treasure. This is just loading screens.
So much sugar.
Okay. Let's discuss these hands.
Look, women can be beautiful with gigantic claws for hands. Okay.
You've been watching a lot of our show. I see. Lana. The giant
But as
bear
much as I
hands.
like Aisha Tyler, like her stand-up was ridiculous. I kind of like Lana that much as a character.
I'm sorry.
I mean, she's right next to Cyril though, and Cyril's just the best.
Cyril's a great character.
Slash the-
Lana's a little more one-dimensional in some ways.
I like that he's branching out from swords and he's getting an axe.
Yeah.
That's
Good
a
on
nice
you,
call.
Sven, for not going massive sword this time and deciding that it should be bolted to a differently shaped.
Yeah, well, I mean, he always gets shit for like being a manly man with a super big phallic sword. He's branching out. Like, axes are the most feminine of the melee bloodletting weapons.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
We lost the game coordinator. Is the thing still going? Like the stream stuff? Oh, it's back. It's back. I'm still in the lobby. It looks like
yeah.
we got everybody
I
but two. I think we're
okay.
good.
I think we're okay. Oh. Balls.
Uh-oh. I don't know if it's loading the game, because
Balls.
that's a loading screen.
Yeah, I did that.
What'd you do?
I tried to...
Oh, did you fuck it up? And then it's on camera forever?
Yup.
Oh, man. You immortalized your shame.
Hey, it looks like it didn't start.
Huh. Well, I'm not in the lobby, so you're going to have to invite me again.
You're not in it?
I'm looking at stuff right now.
You're in
Back to lobby.
Back to
Apparently-
lobby.
Apparently,
Broadcast channels. So you're fine.
back to lobby just takes you back to the lobby. That's good. Well-named button.
So, lesson in UI, don't put back and start in the same place.
I
How do
didn't
we- how do
notice
we
the
feel
metal
about
mohawk.
this? How do you feel about this?
The metal mohawk is a little bit aggressive. You've already got the metal teeth.
He's only got 2 spikes in it, though. Like, I feel like you need 3 to make a real line.
I
you know?
think the third spike is coming from his collar. If you look, there's a spike on the collar. It's about the place where you'd want the third mohawk spike.
But then if we assume that's hair spike, right? And also it's off center, then like these are also hair. And what is that? A mohawk mullet situation where
Yeah.
it's like spreading out at the bottom,
A hawklet.
and that's all right. Hawklet.
Unnecessary in the front, party in the back.
We're filling time. This is fine. This is what the people want. I'm pretty sure.
Ah, this is my least favorite set.
This is just like the witch doctor or the shadow shaman one we looked at, where he had like the hawk beak.
Yeah,
covering
but
his
no,
eyes.
because the hawk beak is clearly opaque.
Yeah.
Like you could assume that glass is
Yeah.
transparent.
That-
like it's like tinted
yeah,
glass.
it's like cathedral glass.
She's also got eyes on her elbows. or
cathedral on
shoulders.
top, alligator skin on the bottom.
I mean, she's clearly supposed Eldworm style. She's supposed to be killing like a dragon.
Okay,
Dragon
but
that
what
had-
part of the dragon is that?
There's too many eyes. There's eyes.
There's eyes here, there's eyes here, there's an eye on that thing, and then there's like eyes down there.
Why is it Eldworm's touch? That's clearly Eldworm's sight.
Yeah, it's just sight.
Looks like we might be ready here soon. Got
I
evil
think we got it.
demon Riki. God, there's so much sugar in this place. It's
Start
crazy. I think I'm out of candy for the time being.
Okay, success. I somehow canceled the last one. I'm not even sure how I managed that. But we're back, and
And I'm sure that entire exchange won't have unforeseen consequences that we're about to ramificate soon.
yeah, I'm sure.
I'm private.
Dota doesn't have bugs.
Mm-mm.
No, it'll be fine.
We
It'll
got
be fine.
3 Nigma ready. All right, we might have everybody coming in here. Cool.
Boom.
Well, so
Cool.
far, so good.
Hey, game
Radiant's bad.
4. A possible finish to this epic series. So far, Prime Dota is up 2 to Dive Deep's 1. And their drafts have been pretty
Dive's
solid. They've been
bad.
very strong early game lane dominance drafts that are meant to just crush the other team, win by 30 minutes, call it a day. Which they're probably, everyone needs to go to work tomorrow.
Yep. This is awfully
Except for
busy for
10
Thursday.
seconds to
I go to work, but I go to work at like 7 in the afternoon. I'm not going to sleep until like 5 a.m.
Radiant's ban.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's see.
I quit my job, so I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out, streaming for you guys.
See,
Dive's
Spectre
ban.
going down again. That was a big part of Dive Deep's first original win, so I don't think Spectre's going to come back.
Dive Deep has picked up on MVP Omni Knight.
Omni Knight.
Yep.
Now we're
They
going to
have
have to see something
deviated
different.
from their meta bans in order to
Only
ban the
10
Omni Knight.
seconds.
Because they've been like Spectre Invoker or like Invoker
5
OD every
seconds
game.
remain.
Omni Knight
Radiant's
has
turn to
been
run
a
is
really
clear.
important feature. He's been backing up Shadow Fiend, which you don't see Shadow Fiend in the meta all that often.
Oh, they want to do Slark again?
Dive's turn to make
Hmm.
all the wrong
They're putting the
choices.
whole series on Slark again. And Slark wasn't that bad last time. I think they just picked a whole lot of intelligence around him.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe didn't play out the best. Sorry, I had Star Ladder on last game.
I was wondering if that was up.
there was a window in the background because I watched Star Ladder earlier
10
today.
seconds to pick.
OG Navi, and so thanks for sticking around, everybody.
5
While that's
seconds.
on, I probably
Hurry,
shouldn't have said
hurry.
anything. But the music started up because they went online.
Reserve time.
Let's see. Meta bands coming out, getting rid of the Spectre, Omni Knights. And not a lot telling here. I'm not sure if we're dealing with small pools of heroes that these teams are
Earthshaker.
comfortable with. Earthshaker coming out front.
Dire team pick.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Prime valuing some of them stuns and that crowd control now, which so far has not been a priority.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that happens when you pick Earthshaker at this position is that sometimes you go PL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just you either ban him or you pick him, but it's really hard to play PL against an Earthshaker.
Only 10
It's pretty
seconds.
difficult to win that one. So
He's a hard enough counter to many
5
heroes that it's
seconds.
almost
Hurry,
an effective
hurry.
free ban for them.
yeah. And Earthshaker's
Reserve
already like a
time.
good all-around pickup. So
Radiant team.
Yeah, you
are
don't
not
hear a
done.
lot of
dislike
complaints.
that.
Nobody's in pubs like, oh, somebody picked Earthshaker. What?
Zeus.
Doesn't happen. Everybody's happy to see
Radiant's
the
ban.
little stubby little cowman.
stuffy little cow man.
All
He's
right.
kind of a cow man.
Yeah, Mario's dad going to be dominating the mid lane. Has a much easier time beating up on a Shadow Fiend, so they might want to
10
just be
seconds to
trying
pick.
to get mid lane dominance, which they've been lacking in the
5
previous 2
seconds
games.
remain.
Yep, and we have the same Shadow Fiend for Prime Dota. It's interesting
Dive's
how
ban.
no matter what, who gets first pick or anything, these teams have just decided that like Dive Deep wants Radiant and Prime Dota wants Dire. They haven't switched at all. It's been really easy to
Only
follow
10
so far.
seconds.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Yeah, that's not bad.
5
Thanks for
seconds
making our jobs
remain.
easy, guys. Appreciate it.
Except for you, Enigma. Except
Yeah.
for you.
That's just pick Enigma
Radiant.
this time.
just
Play Enigma.
be Enigma, it's in the name.
And Zurst, Soul, God help me if one of you picks Enigma. Just the worst.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that eventuality.
Yeah.
Only 10 seconds.
That's right, Prime Dota. I'm mad at versions of you that might not even exist. It's that troubling.
Hurry.
It's like when Enigma's Undying died.
Reserve time.
Oh, barf. At
Fourth
least
band, they don't want to see Queen anymore. They don't want to see Omni Knight. They're tired of getting turned on and just a Queen ulti slammed in their faces. Waved in their faces.
I was more about the part where they're tired of being turned on a Queen ultimate in their faces.
Yeah. Yeah, no one likes being turned on.
Not when you're not ready for it anyway.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready for it.
I mean,
So a
maybe
Magnus
that-
ban again. They've banned Magnus in 2 straight games.
That might be a respect ban. I'm not sure with the Shadow Fiend going mid. I don't fear Magnus
Dire
as an
team
off
now
laner
picking.
all that strongly. I mean, he's definitely dangerous with the Earthshaker and Shadow Fiend. They both benefit from having people grouped up into one spot. But I don't know. Maybe not worth a ban. Maybe it's bad for something.
Just that Darkseer vacuum.
You can't have Darkseer vacuum.
Why not?
You can't.
Okay.
It's bad. You don't want it.
10
don't want
seconds
it?
to
Yeah, I
pick.
wasn't saying literally it couldn't happen, but it's unlikely given their lineup in their
5
previous
seconds
picks. I don't
remain.
think they're going to
It's
go
alright
with
against
Darkseer.
Slark though.
I mean, he's pretty good against Slark. He likes to jump in and out and all that,
Reserve
but
time.
Because
No.
he's an anti-carry, like Darkseer's an anti-carry, which means that you're strong hard carry, and they totally were 4 protect 1 last time, except they didn't really protect him that much. And Slark was like the super hard carry that needed to dish out all the physical damage. You get him in the Darkseer well, and he just destroys the team of squishies like Zeus, unless Zeus is way ahead.
so Slark does the damage, but Slark needs time to do the damage.
Radiant.
Dazzle!
See, I think Slark wants somebody in his team like a Dazzle, who can extend his role in the fight, give him the chance
Sure.
to get lots of those stacks up, and wear down the more troublesome opponents that he
Faceless
has to worry
Void.
about. nuking
Dazzle's
them.
a nice second
And
choice after Omni Knight.
Faceless.
Team pick.
Faceless getting picked up.
Ooh.
Terrifying to have a Faceless and a Zeus on the same team.
Explain this to me.
Because
Just because
Zeus
Zeus-
does crap tons of magic damage from
Mhm.
range. You don't need Faceless Void to do the damage inside of his own ult. Holding you still long enough, unable to BKB, unable to heal yourself, put yourself in bubbles or cyclone yourself to get away from all of the
10
Zeus
seconds
damage,
to
and he's
pick.
going to hit you with 2 rounds of his spells before it ends.
True.
5
He can dish it
seconds.
out
Hurry,
while
hurry.
Faceless Void has got you locked down. So I expect to see B on the Faceless Void,
Reserve time.
as B has been the sole source of off-lane lockdown
Yeah,
for Dive Deep. They seriously have just figured out what they want from the off-lane, and it's lockdown.
B knows where he belongs. He's going to get the rune top for free.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to
Radiant
go to lane.
Team pick.
And this time, surprisingly, he's not going to get picked on by a Queen of Pain going with a harsh-ass lane build.
It could still happen.
So it'd be...
They have
they
all the
banned it.
same draft. Oh, yeah.
They
You're
banned it.
right. You're right.
I think
So,
B had
Lina.
a big vote in the third ban.
Lena. If you can't Quap of Pain, you just Lena.
If you can't quap them, burn them.
If you can't
Only
Quap them,
10
burn 'em.
seconds.
That's
That is
your
exactly
T-shirt right there.
It's
All right, merch available on the
TI6
King Nothing
community-
TV tag.
TI6 community vote. Here we go.
Reserve
With that
time.
T-shirt. If you can't Quap them, burn them. Write it down, boys and girls. Someone please make some art. I don't know.
Last ban.
Witch Doctor also
Dive
combos
ban.
well with the Faceless Void, as long as Faceless Void is allowed to do his thing.
Faceless Void
Oddly enough, Slark does not.
just needs to buy a BKB.
Mm.
So far, he does not have a lot to fear other than the horribly annoying
Only 10 seconds.
Earthshaker, like, wall between you and your
5
opponents.
seconds. Hurry.
Nothing's
hurry.
worse than being mega hasted and being stuck on the other side of a brick wall.
Yeah, that does
Reserve
suck.
time.
That does suck.
It's sadness. It's what sadness is. Last ban
Just have a moment
for
of
Prime
silence.
Dota. For all those people who threw down the ulti and had a clear line of sight with Just squishy supports waiting to be murdered, and all of a sudden just a wall pops up. You BKB'd because you're a responsible faceless void.
Radiant's back.
Yeah.
You don't want to get cycloned out of every single ulti you drop,
Nope.
so you did the smart thing, but that doesn't matter. Because you can't Black King bar away a wall.
You can't.
Nope.
You can jump over it, but you need that for later. So you see they banned the Skywrath.
10 seconds to
A
pick.
wise decision, given that Dive Deep has both played Skywrath
5
waves
seconds.
and
Hurry.
knows how it works with Chronosphere.
Yes, the faceless void ulti.
Reserve time.
Really good for spells that last about 4 seconds.
But they could still play Lion. They can't play Venge. So, I mean, I expect to just see another Lion, but...
Lion would be a good pickup. They're clearly comfortable with it. But a
Well.
Lion with farm would be what you really want. And I'm not sure they can
you just
guarantee...
mean so he can ulti everyone?
Yeah, well, against Prime Dota's aggression, or you just have a blink and can follow the Faceless Void in to make sure you throw out your stuns, all your damage, and get work done behind the Faceless Void
They
ult.
could Shadow Shaman.
Dire's turn to make all the wrong choices.
Shadow Shaman might work. They actually got rid of B's favorite pick. Sand King is banned by Dive Deep.
Yeah, because they've already picked B's hero in the Faceless Void.
I mean,
so they don't need it. They don't need the Sandy Man anymore.
Well, you don't want a Sand King ulting into the Faceless Void ult, but then
Right.
again, there's not supposed to be a lot of their team there to hit, just the
Radiant's
Faceless
turn
Void.
to
Sure,
royally screw
but it
down.
does still happen when he's Chronosphered, and it still kills things there. So
Pugna. Pugna is what you want against a Zeus, a hero that throws down tons of magic damage, catch spells constantly, but does not want to build a BKB.
and then
Break
there's
it
the
at top.
double-edged sword of Decrepify.
Double-edged
Only
sword.
You
10
have to
seconds.
play it correctly, because if you Decrepify yourself at the wrong time,
5
thinking,
seconds remaining.
Slark, and then all of a sudden, Zeus goes, screw you,
Reserve
and also
time.
everybody else on your team, you die.
Yeah, I mean,
you
you don't
just pop.
You don't want to decrepify yourself, but you can easily decrepify the Faceless Void and the Slark. They got very right-click dependent heroes here that you want to neutralize, and it wouldn't help to be able to burst them down, because both of them have massive escape potential if they get turned on. Last pick is going to be crucial here. Shadow Shaman is going to go down.
What up?
Alright, fine, you got one thing right. 3 Enigma, rocking out Earthshaker, Mazda picking up his casual... No, we're going to introduce him later and the thing starts. Is that what you wanted to do?
Once we
You
go
want to
the
do where you can center it?
Yeah, but faster this time, because last
Alright.
time it took like
Oh,
it
you
took
want
you
fast?
forever.
You want
It
fast?
took you a long time.
You want fast.
Also, just click the top of the screen instead of the scoreboard, and you'll be able to see
Nope.
their whole name.
Do it all. Also, what?
I mean, you gotta wait.
Hey, there's a chat channel.
Yeah, there's a little chat box down there. Paddock just discovered this.
Sweet.
Oh.
What's that for?
No.
Yes. Alright, game about to start
Seconds to
any
pick.
moment. Everybody just getting ready, picking their heroes. We're about to load in for
Just waiting on
Hurry,
B.
hurry.
number 4.
Oh, surprisingly, Zinti's playing a Shadow Shaman.
Alright, doing it fast. Gonna start with DD. Dive Deep's Jay Weezy
Oh,
is gonna be
goody, I'm
picking
so
up the
terribly
Witch
excited.
Doctor. Second support Kaczynski, who's just had one hell of a go in the 5 position. Hope he gets some better luck this time. Faceless Void getting picked up by B. Ben was right. B is the solo offlaner. He is the heart and soul of that side of the map for this team. Lemon Ice Tea picking up his usual carry role. Has been Slark a couple of times now.
And
Hasn't found the snowball that a Slark really wants, but here's his next chance. And Chill Plus Plus is going to be midding with Zeus.
all right, and Prime Dota leading 2-1 right here. They were at match point. Prime Dota Tree playing the Razor. We've got Shadow Fiend played by Monsta going mid. The support player
30
Soul,
seconds until
actually like a
digital
3-position
sports.
Soul on the Pugna. And Dazzle played by Zurst, who is an Ursa, oddly enough, in the first game, but playing support from then on. And 3 Nigma on the Earthshaker.
B has got some obviously unwanted company top lane. He's always managed to secure the top rune without any help.
Why
Now it
are
looks
my
like,
friends here?
Yeah, now it
Get
looks
out.
like Chill wants to hang around. Seeing a little bit of rotation,
time for Fantasy
Pugna, also
World
known as
avatars to
Chubwebs,
pretend
moving
to murder
top.
people.
Yeah, they
Not
want to
enough
get
to
him.
scout the rune. He's just gonna be. Excuse me.
They want to get the Zeus the rune, get him the bottle as fast as possible. Bottle on Zeus, crazy important in the early game. So securing a rune for him is a great thing. And they've noted that Prime Dota has gone bottom every time to contest, or brought all 5 even to bottom rune to grab that. So Chill picking up the top rune this time, knowing that that one's the less contested one. He can just go there and take it.
Hype man.